To be or not to be? Will there be a Trump legacy? Hello everyone, my name is Claire Van Steenwyk. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about that. To be or not to be, that is the question. Will there be a Trump legacy? And if there will be one, what will it be? That's really the problem we're going to be facing in a few years. I believe President Trump will be reelected, not easily, because you're going to be fighting every tooth and nail all the way there with the Democrats in this election and the vote count later. But once he's in, he has 4 years. That's it. They don't have to worry about him anymore. He'll be in and out in 4 years. Oh, I don't believe everything's going to be wonderful there for the next 4 years. Far from it. I believe you're going to see more infighting, and some of this infighting is going to be within the Republican Party. Because then you're going to start to see all these people start to line up their little ducks in a row to see who gets to be his predecessor. Will it be Vice President Pence? Will it be, I don't know, Cruz? Could a Bush come back? Let's hope not. But who could it be? Someone we don't even know of yet? And what will they be like? Should it be a Republican? We know what we'll get if we get a Democrat. We'll get a socialist. Because if the Democrats lose this election, I think they're going to get even worse than they are now. And they're going to lose some people. But the Republican Party, President Trump has to look at in a very serious way. Because I think most people know, serious people know in politics, there's a number of Republicans in Washington right now. Your senator from Alaska, Colorado, up in Maine, and some others who do not support President Trump at all. You've got congressmen who don't support President Trump at all. They have to do it now for the cameras, because if they didn't, some of them are afraid they'd lose their jobs. However, once he's no longer a threat, after 2022, and they're all reelected again, he's finished, because it's over for him. So my recommendation to him is this: make the Republican Party truly your own by going out and campaigning in 2021 and finding people to run against all of these left-wing, liberal, rhino, whatever you want to call them, Republicans, and get them the hell out of office. And I'm talking about federal and state offices. I don't care if you're talking about city mayors, like in LA, New York, Portland, and other places. President Trump has got to become politically active to know who to get rid of back there. Because we already know there are still a lot of moles in the White House staff. There are moles in this entire government, both elected and non-elected. He needs to start shrinking these people, get rid of them. He needs to make that an effort, as much as getting rid of regulations and lowering taxes. It is important to us as a nation to get rid of this kind of government. And he's the only one that's going to be able to do it. Because I believe the people will support him in doing this. And I believe the people would come out, and he's proven already, when he endorses somebody, 9 out of 10 times they win. And I know every congressman and senator in Washington is afraid of that. They don't want this man running against them by appointing other people to run against them. They don't want that, because they know what's going to happen to them. Most of these people that are back there now have been there way too long and need to be gone, because they've been bad while they were there. We didn't get in this hole by just the Democrats' votes. We got in this hole with the Republicans voting with them. They call it the art of compromise. Only with them, it's the art of surrender, because that's what they always do. You know, you give me a mile, I'll give you a foot. Okay, look at the trade deals we got. Republicans got some of those deals too. Don't forget that. And still a prey of some of those deals. There are people in Washington now that still wish we had TPP in the Pacific, and still wish we had NAFTA, and still wish we had some of these other deals. They were making money. They had relatives making money, just like Biden has a son that's made a fortune on this, and a brother. It's not all one-sided, and we have to understand that as Americans, not as party members, as Americans. None of these people are truly our friends. They are there for themselves. They are career politicians. And when most of them retire, they become career lobbyists, or they get on some board as an advisor of some company they know nothing about. Yeah, Biden's son works for companies he knows nothing about. How many Republicans do you think are working for companies they know nothing about? This is all hand and leg. They just put it all together. one hand washes the other. That's what they do. That's what they've always done. We need President Trump to leave this country a legacy of freedom for all of us, for future generations, because if he doesn't, they're going to start taking it all back a little at a time. They will take it back one piece at a time until they put back in all the regulations and they raise our taxes again and they export our jobs. What person in their right mind believes Biden's going to create jobs in this country? Who in their right mind would believe that? And if you can find the person, I'll go meet with him and find out, because I don't believe it. Why did he export all those jobs all those years when he was a senator and vice president? Why didn't he? Remember him and Obama? Those jobs are gone forever. And now all of a sudden, he's going to bring them back? The guy's never created a job in his life except for creating some wealth for his son and his brother and some other family members. We have got to get President Trump to make sure his legacy lasts for us more than him. We want to remain a free, thriving nation of Americans. The only way to do that is for President Trump to go out once he's reelected and start campaigning and finding people wherever he has to go to run for the U.S. House, U.S. Senate, governor's offices, mayors, city councilmen, whatever. And he's got some people that can get this done. We need to make this truly an American revolution of our age. That's what we need to do. We need him to do it, but we need to make sure he wants to do it. So let's all of us get together once we get him reelected and let him know this is now what we want you to do for us politically. We need these things done as badly as we need the wall finished, as badly as we need more regulations gone, as badly as we need permanent tax relief, as badly as we need more jobs. We also need a foundation laid that we can build on. And only you can do it because you don't care about the politics of it. You're not concerned with making all these little friends and allies like all of those people are. So please, get a hold of President Trump right when the election's over and let him know what we need from him. We need this to protect us. Because remember, once Ronald Reagan was gone, George Bush never built an inch of a wall. Neither did his son. And they both had budgets to do it, but they didn't do it. You ever ask yourself why that wasn't done? Because George, number one, was a World Trade Organization guy, one world government, big government guy. And I don't believe George Jr. was any different. We have to get this done while we can. Like they say, strike while the iron's hot. The iron's hot, let's strike. As Americans, this isn't a party issue, this is an American issue. And we need to get together as Americans. United States of America, united Americans. When we're together, no one can defeat us. And that includes the boot-licking politicians in Washington and every capital in our country. God bless you and thank you. United, we will be victorious. Bye for now.